Hi everybody, and thank you for joining me on our Facebook Live here at Highlight Crafts. We've got an exclusive launch for you and we are super excited to be able to bring you this. It is our autumn equinox and it's beautiful. I absolutely think it really is absolutely stunning. Okay, so I've got everything prepared for us, a few demos. I've also got a sneaky peek. Okay, don't tell anybody, sneaky peek. And I think you can actually also, because it's a exclusive, you can only find it on our website. Okay, so you need to go to highlightcrafts.com and it'll be on the screen for you, so you can find it on there. It's beautiful. So the prices now, we've got fabulous savings on this one. Our usual price, if you were to buy everything as an individual item, it's $71.94. Now, if you're then going to buy it as the collection, we've got a fabulous saving of $11.95. So that brings it down to $59.99. But you Nest members, because I know we've got lots of you out there now, you're saving an extra 10%. So your saving comes down to a bundle price of $53.99. How fabulous is that? So original, so we're talking single figures, single items, $71.94, and you're going to get this at $53.99. So now, and also we can do different types of payments as well now. So we've got Clear Pay, four different payments. So it's 4 installments of, if you are a non-Nest member, that will be £15. And if you are a Nest member, that becomes £13.50. Or you can use PayPal Pay in 3, and that is 3 payments of £20 for non-Nest members, or 3 payments of £18 for our lovely Nest members. And if you want to become a Nest member, well, why wouldn't you? It is a fabulous place to be. We have £24 for 12 months, so that's just bringing it down. It's £2 a month, which is far less than a mug of coffee nowadays, isn't it? But with that, you are going to get so many benefits. First of all, 10% off all purchases and free delivery on orders over £25. So as soon as you get to that £25, you get free delivery. You get web exclusive. So this is just for you guys, okay? So this is a pure web exclusive. So you'll get that early access. So you'll get an email telling you web exclusive's coming. You'll hear all about it. You'll get all the hype about what's coming up. So you'll get a lovely lanyard. Now your pin badge, loads and loads of special offers. But your lanyard is something important. I need to tell you about that. So the lanyard, when you get your lanyard, it's a lovely red lanyard. It's got our Robin's Nest on there. Now, when we do events, such as our Crafting Live, and we've got Crafting Live Peterborough coming up, so I hope you've all got your tickets and you're all coming to see us, because we are super excited about you coming. That lanyard coming onto our stand gets you an extra 10% off just by wearing your lanyard, okay? So let's quickly say hello. Hello to everybody that's joined me so far. It's fabulous to have your company. We've got Mary, Carol, Kay, Dawn. Hi, Dawn. We've got Valerie, June, Caroline, Helen. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. That's it's, you know, we're going to have a little bit of crafty fun, aren't we? So let's move on. We've got the boards here. So this is what you're really needing to see, isn't it? So look at this. This is a lot of fun as well. And I think this collection is going to join up lots of the previous ones that we've had before, especially the last 3, possibly. I think this is going to be incredible. So first of all, look, we've got that beautiful, just a regal owl, aren't they? I think the owls really are quite regal. So this is Ollie, isn't she? Is it Ollie? Oh no, this is Celeste. Ollie was on the last one. So this is Celeste and she is stunning. So Celeste, there's a little bit of a story behind this autumn equinox. We've got a tree, we've got a little hidey space, so she's on her way back to her nest. So we've got some little tiny baby owls in this one as well. So we have got, if we go like this, she is particularly beautiful, isn't she? So this is Celeste, okay? And again, the artwork and everything on this is just fabulous. So again, for this one, for Celeste, it's very 3D already, and she is fabulous to decoupage, just love her. Then we have the babies. How fabulous are these? These are so cute. And again, as always, with our 2 Red Robins dies, these are nested. So we've given you as much as we can in one thing. So we have got, just bear with, glasses on. We've got Orson, Otis and Evie. I love Orson. Orson, Otis and Evie. Aren't they beautiful? So you can name them whichever ones you want. So this could be Orson. We've got Otis and Evie on this side. Again, absolutely fabulous. Then one of my favourites within this, and I always love a floral, is our blossoming buds. Isn't that fabulous? Love this, okay? Then moving on, how amazing is this? We have got cracked eggs. So in that nest, and I know we've had nests previously, so you could nestle the nest within the tree that we've got, because we've got a hollow tree. So again, and look, they're cracked and it's already cut out. So when I've got one of the die cuts, I'll actually show you that there's a piece missing. So that is fabulous. Love this. Then to go with all of that, we've got this one, and this is just amazing. So look out point. So that's exactly what it is. So now we can actually have all these cut out and have all those beautiful owls looking out their little nests. So you can pop the eggs inside there. We can have the foliage growing up and around it. It's wonderful. So there's that is the artwork, but then the die that goes with it, you might think looks a little, so you think, oh, well, what is that going to do? So that is the piece that we lay over the top and it cuts out and the middle drops out. So again, fabulous. And then finally, because it's autumn equinox and we're thinking about dawn and dusk and things like that, we have got these, and these are our silhouettes. Aren't they fabulous? And these are at dawn. So here, sorry, wrong side. I can't get used to this camera sideage. We've got a little tiny hedgehog. How fabulous is that? And then down at this side, that's a little tiny badger. So this is going to give us lots and lots of perspective, which is what we want in our designs. So, right, pop all those to one side. So that is a lot of fun, and especially the lookout piece is wonderful. I can't wait to show you that. And it's printed a little bit different as well. So I've got my printouts here. Let me just pull all this out. And I've got a few elements that I've also put together or put to one side, because I want to quickly show you how it's going to join in, even with things right back from the beginning. You see, I've got my little nest here, look. My nest is ready and raring to go. So these are the actual reflections. So you can find these again on the website. So it's highlightcrafts.com. It's so easy. Click onto the actual collection and they're there for you straight away for you to download. So these are the little tiny babies. So this is the 3, and again nested, and we've put them all on one sheet. Okay, we've used everything that we can, so you're not having, you put them all on there together. So that's brilliant. So they're the little babies. Then this is, look at the pop of colour. How incredible is that? Just by, I'm going to turn that round actually, just a second. Let's have that the right way up. Just by having that hit of colour, that's going to be fabulous against that lookout post, isn't it? The actual tree. So beautiful. Then this is the reflection for the egg. And this is what I was saying now. Let me bring in the actual egg dies. So on this one, as you can see, we've got a piece missing. And that is going to lay over here, like so. And then cut that out, which then gives us, I think this is just fabulous. I love this. And again, this is going down to how incredible the design is. So we've got 2 that are cracked. Look at that, how it's actually cracked. So there's a piece missing and it actually looks quite 3D. So that's that one. And then there's another size with exactly the same thing for this. Again, love it. But when is an egg not an egg? When it's a moon. So we can change these. So even though they are eggs, if we were to tuck these in a certain way, within our pictures, we've actually got a moon in the sky as well. So I think that is a clever bit of design that we've got there. Then we have got, again, our Regal Celeste. She is stunning. And so I've got a couple of those. I've printed all these off just in case I needed to show how to line them up, which I think is important because I know every time we do a Facebook Live, we've got some fabulous new crafters. Now, coming on to the lookout, I wanted to show you this because we've got several ways of actually printing this. So we don't just get the one. When you print them off, we get these that are on both an A4. So our printer puts this border on. So our A4 has got 2 A5s. And again, all of the animals are all sized so they're going to fit in here. So even by looking at the egg, as and when I've cut some out, so I'll be able to show you. Let me get them because I've got everything prepared. Okay, we'll have a go. Not that one. Here we go. So that is it cut out. That's what we look like. Okay, turn it round. So that is the actual piece. But the beauty of this, having two like this is fabulous. But we've also got some paper that's plain. But we can tuck our eggs in like that. Like so. And so even straight away. So straight away, without having to do very much of anything, I'm starting to tell that story. So we've got those like that. Let's get my beautiful Celeste because she is fabulous. So she's coming in. That's her nest. And then because we have all the different sizes, we can bring in some of the littler birds. So they're also, oops, push that down. And look, so we've got all of these tucked in here, like so. So we're now creating that beautiful story. Even, I love this one. How cute is he? He's in there, tucked in there as well. So now telling a story about the owls within the tree. So then we can go on to adding all that beautiful foliage as well. So yes, Andrew's just saying, which of these would you be looking forward to using? So please click on that, comment, say hello, talk along with us, because obviously we're on a Facebook Live. Tell us if there's a particular one you might want me to cut out or show you the cut of. I'd love you to join in with us. So look at this pop of colour. I know the background is quite dark, but look when we start building this in, then some of my favourite, now this is actually bringing in our older collections, okay? So I have here, look when we bring in the green and place it behind this. Soon as we bring that green in, look at that. That is, that's just fabulous. So I've not even stuck anything down yet. I've just even started playing. So that is wonderful. And then one of our other dies that we had all these autumn leaves. So we could take it into a different altogether and take away those ones and have all the autumn leaves around as well. So we could really change this up, and there's nothing then stopping us bringing back in the pops of colour and our greenery. So I think this one is going to be a fabulous, it's really clever collection to then bring in all that foliage and everything we've already got, all those beautiful florals. So like I said, we have got a little bit of a sneak peek, okay? This is super exciting. So now I'm going to just go move all of these to one side. I need that one. And I pop that over there. Oops. So I have got my tree, okay? But the owls, So, oh, right, so we've got a lovely lady, Jennifer, has just commented to us, and we've said she likes the owls. So you're all about the owls, so including the baby ones. So would you do the eggs as well? So obviously you've got a full little thing going on there, haven't you? So they're in the nest with the eggs, and Celeste, which is the mummy, or we're going to say is the mummy one. So I said at the beginning, we've got a sneaky peek, and we have. Now, you're all going to be looking at me going, what have you got there, Nanda? Well, this is just super, and we're super excited, and this is coming to you really, really soon. So not only have you got this exclusive collection that we're showing you today, but we've also got a super sneaky peek for you. So here we have 3 lots. Okay, so there's 3 different sizes. If I can unfold that one. Okay, so they're going to come to you like this. You're going to get enough to make 3 frames in each pack, and they're going to come already cut and scored. So all you're going to have to do is fold them up, and I'm going to show you now how we're going to create a frame. So they come in 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, and 1 inch. So when you make these frames up, they're going to stack on top of each other. But the fabulous thing about them for you all is they're all coming the same size, and you can create whatever size frame you want. So you can leave them this size and have a big one. You can chop them down and create rectangles with them. So these are going to be super, super fun. So keep an eye out, because these are coming really, really soon. But I wanted to do a sneaky peek, and I'm actually going to use one in my demo just to show you. Okay, so I'm going to go with the 3/4 inch. So they come already cut like so. So it will come exactly like this, okay? And you'll get, like I say, you'll get enough for 3. So that's 8, 12. So you'll get 3 to 12 pieces. And that's me being messy. That don't matter because it's on the inside. So now what we want to do is you need to keep them as a top tip always facing the right way, okay? So always the cut edge on either this edge or this edge, depending on whether you're left or right-handed and how you want to work it. No, not, and then we're going to pop this on here, like so. Just very quick. This is just super, super quick. I'm going to put a couple of pieces together, and then I want to work with the actual collection and show you how this builds up. So I'm just going to pinch that as well, so I'm ready to put this together. That's the right one. So working with this, and we're going to go back to the frame in a second. Just want to quickly show you. You can either keep this in, but there's also a backing paper in this as well that hasn't got this piece in. So it's just the actual wood grain. So you can have the wood grain in the back. But I'm going to use it with the hole in the back, because when you lift that up and make it dimensional, it still looks like it's got the black behind. I think if I was to put the wood grain in there as well, it would lose that effect. So I've stuck with that one for the time being with this one. So super quick. We've already, how fabulous. Thank you, Claire. That is wonderful. And again, I really appreciate the fact you've actually messaged me while we're on here. So yes, joining in is wonderful, because then I don't feel like I'm sat here on, well, I'm not on my own actually. I've got voices in my head. The lovely Andrew is with me as well. So just very quickly, and you'll see just how quick these actually build. So rather than getting a die and things out, which is fabulous, and I know there are ways that you can actually make these as well, which is wonderful. So I fold that one over, fold them 2 towards me, press it down, and that's 1. And again, I'm keeping them all facing the same way. That is the only top tip. And I'm actually going to cut this down to a lot smaller, so I'm not worried that I've got a piece there missing. Okay, making sure I've got them all facing the same way. That's the only thing you need to do. All will become clear soon. So fold that over, and then finally the last one. Again, I want to say thank you and welcome to everybody that is just joining us. Like I say, this is a brand new launch for us at Highlight Crafts. So it's wonderful. So Autumn Equinox, I know you're going to love it. When you get it home and start working with it, it's fabulous. So what I'm going to do now is I've got my lovely frame, my actual piece, and I'm going to use my frame. So this is going to be an oblong. It doesn't have to be square. Like I say, there's no restrictions with this. So I'm going to lay that down like so. We get a pencil, mark that there. I'm going to mark them all off first. And again, the only thing that I'm going to say, top tip, is make sure you're working with them. So if you start working with them that way, keep them all that end like that. Okay. Like that. So now, this is how easy this is. So again, on that one, like so. Okay. Bring in my guillotine, and none of this is going to be wasted because I can still go in and use this. Okay, so nothing's going to get thrown away. I can still use the pieces that are left. And just how quick it is to build a frame. Okay. And we've got some extra pieces as well. I've even got out the lovely chain link fence, because that was right. If you remember, that was one of the absolute first 2 Red Robin dies, and it was one of my favourites. Just bear with me a second. Oh, it's there, look. So I'm going to take my lid off of my actual pot, and then using some of our, these again are fabulous, little glue holders. I'm going to get some glue, and as you can see, like so, like that. And it's really quick, because once I've done this bit, I can put this to one side and then start decoupaging and shaping all my other pieces. So that on there. So I'm literally popping glue onto my glue stick and popping it in and going, I'm just drawing circles inside, making sure I'm coating each piece like so. That goes that way. So now fold that down and pop that against that. Like so. That one is going to go against there. That one's going to slide in to there like that. How easy can that be? It can't get any easier than that, can it? That was super quick as well. Literally put some tape on, folded them all up, measured it up to what I wanted, done. Okay, so now while that is setting, put that to one side. Now we can move on to the fun bit. So here we have, just love these. So now the choice is, are we going to stick with it this way? Are we going to turn it round and have this knot down here? Or are we going to turn it on its side? So then there's decisions and choices to make, because it's not just been done. We've got this fabulous knot, so it's then up to you which way you want to take this. And then again, in the actual artwork that we've got in this is just fabulous, because it even looks like the knot as if it was a branch that came out and it's been taken away. You know, our designers are just amazing, absolutely amazing they are. I'm going to go with my 5mm tape, because I'm going to go around the edges. I'm going to come in a little bit, but I want that gap so I can tuck in, but I also don't want too much around here so I can get my eggs in, okay? Because I want some of those eggs in here. And I also might want to tuck in some of that foliage that I've got going on as well. So I've not yet decided which way I'm going to go. Pop that on there. Okay. So I'm going to burnish all my edges down so I can take all of these off, like so, all the way around. I did a Zoom yesterday. I don't know if any of you lovely ladies or crafters out there were actually with me yesterday on that Zoom, but we managed to make an actual tree, which was a lot of fun. Now this is absolutely one of those things that you could do that with and make a tree just by curving it round something, even by using, I've forgotten what they're called again, kitchen rolls. A kitchen roll holder. If you were to shape it round a kitchen roll holder and then actually cut it out, it would be amazing. Now, as always, our dies put so much detail into everything that snipping this piece out is really easy. So remember, this is a web exclusive for all of you. So you can only get it on our highlightcrafts.com. So if you pop on there and like I say, it's just wonderful. I think it's fabulous that we can do this for you as well for our Robin's Nest members, and for it to be an exclusive to us. So I'm just going to go around there because I want that little bit of a knot, and then I'm snipping. So easy. I'm just going to go from, do you see how much that jumped off then? Even my scissors slipped out. Oops, all the way around like so. So now I've even got more 3D, and I'm not wasting that and keeping that. So I can now pop a little bit of shape in here, and with my tape, pop on here, and go around, and then that is actually going to give me somewhere else to possibly tuck a few little elements in. So now we have our background paper, which is wonderful, and again, everything matches. So within here, we've then got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, got our 5 dies that correspond with that paper, those printed sheets. Oh, I've got a lady that's saying that sorry, Glenda was with us. Hi Glenda, thank you for joining me again today. And she says she loved the tree, so thank you Glenda, that's nice of you. It's up on the shelf at the moment in the studio. So then that is going to be able to, I'm going to be able to tuck in there. So this is where these come in. Let me show you. So it's super easy. So that then goes over the top like so, and you're just going to make it so it hides this inner piece here. So all this pale is going to disappear. So you just slide it over like so, like that. Tape it down and put it through the machine, and only this piece is going to drop away, which then leaves you with the opening, and also it then, all these cut lines, emboss lines, are going to emboss that centerpiece like we have done. So now let's bring in all of our fabulous little owls. These really are adorable. So pop some tape on the back of all of these, and the eggs, aren't the eggs amazing? So it's not just like it's the autumn equinox. How much fun are these going to be to use for Easter as well? Aren't they going to be adorable? I'm going to keep that one because that's my moon. I'm going to have that. But again, I've got a little one here. Look, how fabulous is that? So I'm going to pop in take the backing off of everything. Glasses on. And again, all the backing papers, everything for this collection is on our website. And then also, while you're on there, if you're having a look for other inspiration, there's lots of our collections on there where you might find an odd one that you could go with it. I mean, such as I've found out the fern, which really goes well with it, the autumn leaves. I've got the chain link fence, which I'm going to bring in like so. And this was one of our, I love this, right at the very beginning. So I'm going to put a little bit of, and I'm not even going to cut this, I'm just going to rip it and pop it on here. Again, building up our picture and our story. So first of all, he is going to go and nest in there. Then I'm going to put a little bit of shape to my eggs because I want to see that cracked egg, but not too much. Where's my other one? Let's have this one. Again, I'm just tucking them all in. That's why I've only put tape. I've put tape in the middle of everything. So that is now going to allow me to lift up everything and tuck all these elements in. So now we have these beautiful new fledglings, these fabulous little owls that have all just appeared in the nest. So he can be quite high up. Then we've got, oh, how gorgeous is he? And then I'm just going to nestle him down there in amongst those eggs like so. Look, aren't they just adorable? All of them just having a little sneak and a little look at what's going on outside. So then I'm just going to trim off a tiny little bit of my egg. Doesn't have to be perfectly round, because when you look up at the moon, I've never really seen the moon in it being perfectly round, especially when it's going from a full moon. You get that shadow, don't you? So you never know whether it's perfectly round. Oh my goodness, Andrew's just told me, hello Rupert. We had a lovely lady join us yesterday for the Zoom, and Michelle, bless her, introduced us all to a lovely little cockapoo called Rupert. So, oh, daughter's cockapoo, sorry, yes, it's a daughter's cockapoo, and Rupert. So they're watching. So hi, hello guys. I hope you're enjoying it. So Michelle, are you loving the owls and the tree? So this is another one to add to that collection that you've got, isn't it? Add a little bit of extra. So we've got our beautiful owl. Now she is stunning. And again, they're here. I'm getting like Stephanie, aren't I? Stephanie spreads out like this when you watch her on her ones. Sorry, Stephanie. Andrew's saying his words, if Stephanie's watching, messy is what Andrew said. Yes, I've spread out because I'm excited to show you everything that we've got. You get a little bit carried away with everything that we've got here. So now, this is just fabulous for this decoupage. Absolutely wonderful. So we've got a whole one. Now, like I was explaining yesterday in the Zoom, when I've got an animal shape like this, I actually take it in my hands and first of all, I add just shape to it. I just put my fingers around it and say, right, okay, so the body is going to be curved. So let's have a little bit of a curve there. The wings, let's add a little bit of curve in the wings because that's how they're going to be. This wing is going to be really close to me and I'm going to be able to see it. So I add a little bit of shape to it, and that really helps me when I start snipping into a piece to say what bits am I going to get rid of, which pieces are the furthest way away from me and which pieces do I need to keep that are coming towards me. So now I've already done that with this one. I know I need to get rid of that back wing because it's further away. So I've trimmed that one away and we're going to add in the second layer. Now normally when I do a decoupage, and I'm not saying that this is the law because it really isn't, it's just how I work. I like to do 3 layers. I pick out, you see already, look how amazing she is, absolutely incredible. She really is. So now the next piece is, it's just the wing. And again, our design team are just incredible when they give us all these snip lines. They really do make it super easy crafting for us. None of that I'll get rid of because all of these, so now when I've got this one, put this one, and I'm just using my fingers, okay? Pop this on first, like so. So that is the third one. So we really now got that definition of that wing moving towards us. But there could be two of them. So I would never ever get rid of anything. They could actually be two of them. They could be coming in as a pair. So I would never throw anything or even tuck it in behind some foliage and leaves. So there's still a use for them. So here we have our beautiful owl, and she's going to go there right next to the moon that was an egg that is now a moon. And that's one of the lovely things about the two red robins and the things that we do here at I Like Crafts. There's always a way, there's always something else to look for. Right, now I want all of these. I want as much foliage as I can get on this. I want all that colour, okay? And I'm going to bring in that little bit of rustic. So I'm not going to, which piece do I want? I'm going to tear that piece out because I don't want it. We'll have it along here. Now because I've torn it, I can actually get my lovely on there. I know I'm okay with popping the glue on the back of my hand. I do it all the time. But because I've done that, now your actual chain link fence, this one, it's metal, so it would be able to bend, wouldn't it? So I've crunched that up there on that piece. So I'm going to do the same again. I don't want this piece in the middle, so I'm not even snipping them. I'm just tearing them because that's, at the end of the day, you'd find it like that, wouldn't you? You'd find it all. Gather those three pieces together and it pulls it round. So now, so this could be a tree that's in a farmer's field in an opening, and you can just see through a piece of barbed wire to where they are. And I'm now going to just use the back of my, and I'm not going to add a lot of definition in the back of this one. Where's my tape? So these are going to go on here, and this is going to be my backdrop. And again, because we've got that in there, there's nothing stopping us actually placing our tape on and then being not delicate with everything, okay? Don't worry that you can really be quite forceful with this. This is all printed on 250 GSM, but I'm not at all being delicate with it, am I? I'm really manipulating this, and even when I've got it down, I'm going to screw that up like that, including this one up here. Okay, then we have these beautiful flowers. And again, just by adding that little bit of texture, it doesn't take a lot. And on some of these, I'm not even going to go in with foam tape because I don't need to. Because if I place it down and give it a pinch, like so, I'm not going to need, oh, you're hiding behind there, let me see you. That's better. And then go in again with all these other extra pieces. So I'm going to tuck in a leaf. Then again, whoops. I do find one of these mats is really convenient, more convenient for convenience than anything else, because you don't actually need one. Now, scissors, there we go. I'm going to snip that one off. And again, pop that on there. again, just a very quick thank you to everybody that's managed to join us, because it is a lot of fun to do something like this. And I think it's fabulous that we can bring you collections like this. It's wonderful. So I know that a couple of you have already said that you bought yours this morning. I've got to ask, what's your favourite? Which was your favourite one? Because I know I asked everybody yesterday, what was your favourite one? What is the one that you went, oh, look, I've got to have that? That moment where you said, I'm having it. Which one was it? Because I think that is really nice to know for us as well, so we can actually give you the things that you're wanting as at the two. So what have we got left that I want more flowers. That's what I was looking for. And also, remember, we've got those silhouettes as well. So while this is going on here, I'm just going to pull out, where's my silhouettes? Here we are. And I want, what do I want as a little silhouette hiding in the bottom? I'm going to go with, I want one of my little, oh no, I've got them here. I want my badgers, not badgers, hedgehogs. And I've got, I'm going to go with, because it's in the background and it's actually in the forest flora and fauna at the bottom on the forest floor. I'm going to cut it out, have a piece of that cardstock, because it's a silhouette, we're not actually going to be able to see them. They're just going to be having a little bit of a snuffle and a ruffle down here. But I wanted them in there. And we've also got, let me have a look, we've got our owl as well. So I'm going to do that owl that's in flight. So very quickly. Oh, look. Now, when you've cut them out, they really do. I'm just going to pop them on here. Then I'm going to find a little bit of white cardstock. And I put that, I'm cutting out of that one though, Andrew. Right there. Okay, and then we can show you the outline. So we have got, look at these little hedgehogs. Aren't they adorable? Aren't they fantastic? And it just so happens that where I've lined up the legs, where the legs are, it looks like they've got lighter pieces where the little legs are. They are just fabulous. And again, having those sizes, having the different ones, makes it so easy to then add to our collections and use them within our projects. So now, not that anybody is ever, unless you go looking for them, you wouldn't see them. And that is true as well, isn't it, to what it is in actual real life. You wouldn't know that they were there unless you actually went to see them. Now, we do have hedgehogs that come on our garden, but I also have dogs, and they tend to stay away because of them. So I'm going to nestle my little hedgehog just down here in amongst the flora and fauna. I know he's going to disappear quite a lot, but he will do anyway. I'm just going to tuck a few more leaves in. Oops. In fact, I'm going to bring that this way. Tuck it in behind. And then this last one. Pop that under there like so. So that is using our fabulous collection. So we're going to run back through just so I can remind you. So then also, if you remember at the beginning, that lovely sneak peek. So we've got our frame. So it's nice and dry. Look how sturdy that is. It's amazing. So now, obviously I would have put my owl on the front of this and brought it forward. But look how fabulous they are. Aren't they incredible? And these are coming really soon, so keep an eye out for these, and there'll be lots and lots and lots of ways of using them that will also bring you all the education for it as well. But if I just spin that round, like this. How fabulous is she? Isn't that lovely? I think that is just wonderful. And that is exactly, I think something like this you would actually see out in nature as well. It's a beautiful, absolutely fabulous collection. So moving everything to one side, we have got our dies. Now, we didn't show you the dies at the beginning, and I'm going to show them along with the boards at the same time. So I'm just we're going to go on the overhead, I think, Andrew, please. So I'm going to match them all up. So just give me a second to find what we're looking. Here we go. So this is the actual reflection cut out. So we do it as a white cut. Now with this one, you're actually getting those two dies, okay? So you're getting the outline die, and you're going to get the die that puts all those fabulous embossed lines in that we've seen me working with. Now this is just wonderful, because how fabulous, straight away, with not even thinking about it, cutting that out as a gift tag, beautiful, making a card just with this, not with anything else in the collection, just the floral, lovely simple floral, even put it as a wreath on a card, having a gift tag and popping that gift tag on a gift bag as well. It's just wonderful. Everything just works perfectly together. So that is our floral. Then we've got these, and I just adore these. When I first, I'm going to hold that. When I first saw this, I thought, well, what is it? I couldn't work out what it was. It really had me flummoxed until I saw these. And isn't the artwork incredible? But again, don't forget that little tip, using them as the moon as well, because it needs to have a moon, doesn't it? It just helps. It's wonderful. So again, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got all 6, and having them nested, which is like one of our standard, isn't it? That we have our standard nested dies. So that is our lovely egg. Then we have, oh, isn't she just beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous. So again, with this one, we have the white cut in the background. So same again. If you've got somebody in your family, or even for those charities. Now remember, with all of our highlight craft dies, 2 red robins, you can make and sell, okay? No angel, but you can just kit them up if you wanted to. But how wonderful if you've got an owl sanctuary near you to be able to do something really cute and simple like these for you to be able to raise those funds for the charity. It's just fabulous. So there is our lovely owl on her own. These, I think, are worth their weight in gold. I really do. So doing with the frame, you could then pop vellum behind this and have it as a backlight, and have all these animals in the background lit from behind, silhouetted, which I think, again, it just gives you that versatility and variety throughout as well, isn't it? And there's a lot of dies on that one. Then we come to our beautiful fledglings, and they are just fabulous. So we've got 3 different ones. Lovely little tiny, almost all ruffled and fluffled together. One that's on his feet, and one that you could have just on the outside of that tree, perching on the actual opening. And again, they come like this, so they're all nested. So we're giving you the best value that we possibly can, and using as much of that metal as we can, that we can then give to you. So that is, again, nested. And then this, I think this is just incredible. To have this artwork is brilliant. But you would look at this and think, huh? What is that? But we've got other ones that you could actually use this with. So you could just cut this out of your standard single colour cardstock and have it for anything. So all of your other animals, rabbits, all of the other things that we've had previously, these would be lovely. And then build up that 3D piece. So you could have this on the front, cut it out again and snip out the element like I did at the beginning of the demonstration, and mat and layer that up. And you can have it quite 3D as well, giving you all those places to overlap and tuck in, okay? So that is the full collection. It is fabulous. So our prices for this, again, it's a full collection. Now, our usual price, if you were to buy individuals and add them all on their own, is $71.94. Now, the bundle price for all of this is $59.99 for non-Mess members. So you're saving $11.95. But becoming that Nest member brings it down to $53.99. So you're then saving $17.95, which is fabulous. We've got the Pay in 3 PayPal. So for our non-Mess members, it's 3 lots of £20. For the Nest members, you pay 3 lots of $18. And that is actually interest free. And then, so also ClearPay as well. And that is Pay in 4. So our non-Nest members, it would be £15 over 4 payments. And then for our club members, that comes down to £13.50 over 4 payments. So, you know, incredible savings. And remember, if you're not a Nest member, why not? You need to be joining us. There's so much there for you to actually be able to enjoy. So yeah, there's so many benefits. And when you're actually on there looking at your collection, so, you know, when you get this home and it comes as happy post, if you put your membership in there as well, you'll also get all the little bits and pieces that come along with your membership package, your lanyard, etc. But also remember, Crafting Live. So get your tickets. I think that is just fabulous. We would really love to see you joining us at Crafting Live at Peterborough. And that's coming up really soon in October. So we've got so many demonstrations for you. We've got all your lovely people that you love to meet and see. There's lots and lots of things going on. So I want to say a great big thank you to all of you that's joined me for the Facebook Live. It's been fabulous. The collection is wonderful. Now, when you get this home and you start working with it, obviously now you can go on as soon as you bought it and download everything ready and raring to go and have a look at all this fabulous artwork. Remember to upload them. Let us see what you're making with everything, okay? And what the other elements that you bring in from other collections to make it and change it your own and create your own projects. Not only cards, but also home decor. And don't forget to keep an eye out for the fabulous box frames that are coming to you as well. So thank you very much, everybody, and I'll see you all again real soon. Thank you, bye.